Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of CXO Fireside Chat. I'm your host Kalpana Singhvi. Today we have a distinguished guest, Mr. Sanjiv Kumar Jain, Group CIO of Krishna Maruti Group. Thank you, Sanjiv, for joining us.
Welcome. Thank you.
So let's dive right into our conversation. Sanjiv, can you share some insights into the key digital initiatives and technologies that are reshaping the automotive industry?
Okay, so if I really talk about the digital initiatives, which is reshaping the automotive industry, I think so. The marriage of IT and OT is one biggest thing which has really happened in the past 4-5 years. Operational technology is getting merged along with the main core stream IT, and because of that, a lot of automations are going on, and people have started using Industry 4.0 applications to by the marriage of both the IT and OT. And reaping really benefits out of particular things. We really talk about the agile manufacturing, which is a demand of the market, is because of that IT OT merging happening into it. All the machines that are being collected over there. Use of artificial intelligence into the industry for getting the things predictive maintenance sort of things, plus getting the quality controls into the system, use of AR, VR technology, video analytics. These are the new things which has the digital initiatives which have really shaped up the market for the future of the particular things. And if we talk about the technologies which is shaping the automotive industry, as it is the use of smart sensor, ADAS systems. If we talk about advanced driver assistance systems, we talk about autonomous cars, connected cars, new infotainment systems being used into the industry, use of NLP along with AI for giving the driver and analytics and future things for the driver assistance. I think so. These are the new technologies which are going to shape up the manufacturing of automotive industries and production of the vehicles going forward.
Absolutely. So you have talked about so many technologies. Now I would really like to pick one by one, the technology as well as the use cases. I'm sure you being an expert can actually throw some light. So you talked about Industry 4.0, and we completely agree with you that it has revolutionized the manufacturing processes. And so how application of IoT and this automation, and also you talked about the data analytics, have impacted the production and the supply chain operations within the automotive sector?
See, previously what exactly was happening that all these machines were in silos working separately and the IT systems were working separately. So the supply chain integration with the machine requirements were not happening that way. Now with the invent of the sensors and use of IoT, at least we are able to predict this particular part of the machine is going to fail, and based on that prediction which is coming from the machines, immediately the spare part is being ordered through the ERPs which is being used, and it goes to the supplier directly, and supplier is able to pre-plan the things. Your maintenance schedules have really skewed down that the maintenance cycles which used to be for 4 5 days, or machine downtimes used to be 3 4 days, now is really skews to hours sort of thing in machine maintenance. Secondly, the machine efficiencies have really improved with the downtime has reduced, and the idle machines which were there now, because of the dashboarding and monitoring of the machine parameters, everything, people are able to fine tune the parameters and increase the OE of the machine we talk about. And then after that, the visual analytic based inspection systems are giving real benefit that, okay, you are able to find out the flaws or the any issues into the products by using video analytics, and able to give a best quality product to the customer. That are some things which are, I think, so shaping up the things using Industry 4.0. Now you can monitor your complete plant sitting anywhere, anytime, any time of the day. So that is the biggest thing which has come up. Previously, people have to be on shop floor. They were not able to avail. This COVID-19 at least has given that particular benefit to the people that previously only SCADA systems were available into the organization. Only now SCADA systems are able to see from your home also, from outside India also, that how exactly my plants are operating, how my production is happening, what is my customer deliveries, how is it is happening. So all those things have really shaped up the things using Industry 4.0.
Yeah, sure. So as you rightly mentioned, about the customer experience, like with the automation and the technologies you have talked about, the automotive industry has been able to give a very the best of the customer experience. So customer preferences are constantly evolving. And so basically how automotive companies are leveraging data and technology to deliver more customer-centric and personalized vehicle experience, not in terms of safety. I mean, there are other factors also. So if you can throw some light.
See, if we really talk about the customer experience, I think so. Industry has evolved in a big way. Previously, we were just doing a repetitive manufacturing, and these are the simple models available in the things you have to choose out of it, and then do purchase according to these things. Now, all industries, automotive industry players are doing a behavior analytics of the customer. They are taking feedbacks through the online systems available at the dealerships and the user base also, able to understand their pain point, their requirement, their wishes, and they are trying to incorporate those things into their new product release. If you really see the product release of the new vehicles, if you talk about the last 2 years or so, you would have seen there is a flooding of new models into the market, which used to be there at least twice, once in a year or twice in a year sort of thing. Or rather, not, I will say twice in a year. It was more than 2 years that it used to be there. There is a model change which is happening in any case. But every 6 months, 3 months, you will find a new vehicle launch is there with the new features involved put into the place. Safety, you talked about that. Safety is a major issue these days. Nobody even used to find out what are the safety rating of a car. Today, everybody talks about what is the safety rating of the car, how much mileage is it going to take, what is my efficiency of the car, how my after sales thing is going to happen. All those things I think so really come up. Apart from that, previously nobody thought that there could be a retail sort of thing for vehicles sale also. Today you can online book your car and you can get a delivery directly. You don't have to go to the dealership only. For dealership, you might have to only go to pick up the things. So all those things have realized because of the technology being placed and keeping the customer in mind that, okay, he is my end user and we have to satisfy to him. Going forward, I think so, personalization of the cars would be one new thing which will be introduced in the Indian market. Outside India, it is there for certain cars. But with the advent, the way the things are happening, the agility which is being planned into the new manufacturing setups, I think so that will be very soon available in India and other SAARC countries.
Yeah, sure. So I think soon we will be able to do the test drive also virtually.
That particular thing is still simulation boards are still available into it, but people really want to have a feel of the things by sitting into it. But I really don't know how much that will really fly in India. At least I know about India that people have sentiments with the vehicle they're going to purchase, and they want a feel of what they're going to purchase, how the comfort will be, how exactly the things will look.
So, maybe with the Gen Z, it's possible. Yeah, with the generations changing now, and I think soon it will going to happen. Yeah. So electric vehicles have gained momentum globally. How is the adoption of electric vehicles changing the way automotive companies think about technology, manufacturing, and the customer experience?
Electric vehicles have really changed I think so, industry. If we really talk about, nobody would have ever thought that non-automotive industry players will disrupt the whole manufacturing systems, and people like Tesla, Google, and they are now the car manufacturers also. So I think the electric vehicles have really changed the industry in all other ways, except that the cost as of now is still a bit on the higher side, and in India, the people are very cost sensitive to the products. Electric vehicle sale, if you really talk about, I think so it had been 1 to 2% of the total sales of the vehicles in India as of now. It's picking up. In the last 1 year, it has really picked up with a lot of automotive players coming with the EV models. The only point which is not flying up as of now is the battery charging stations availability into a system that I'm charging the vehicle is still quite, the window is big. So people are still having issues on that thing. Suppose today you have come to the office now and you want to charge your vehicle. The charging station is not available in your offices everywhere. It is available at a certain places. You have to really take the vehicle and you can't stand there for 3 hours to get your vehicle charged. So that I think so is the only issue which is having a hurdle in sales, but it's picking up. I think so. Government also is working on that particular charging stations that we developed everywhere, and people have to really go about the charging stations outside the NCRs and these regions also. That in case somebody is going out, he need to get the vehicle charged outside also. So, but if you really talk about the manufacturing side of it, I think so. EV has revolutionized the thing that manufacturing components have reduced by, I think so, 50% if we really talk about when we go for an EV vehicle. And the other benefits is that everybody is talking about sustainability. I think so that is going to be a major benefit of EV vehicles because the emissions are going to be reduced. It is going to be negligible if we really go about that. So I think so EV is the future industry.
And so that brings me to the next question. Sustainability is a global focus, as you said. So how are automotive companies contributing to sustainability, such as reducing carbon emissions and promoting eco-friendly practices in their manufacturing processes, especially, what initiatives you had taken in your organization?
If I talk about my organization, we are really working on conversion of all the generator sites from the diesel-based things to the gas-based particular things. Hybrid models have been already put into place. We are trying to see that we don't use vehicles, diesel-based vehicles should be electric-based vehicles. We should use for our transportation also. That particular part is going on. We are working on green energy. We have put up solar things in all of the plants so that we are able to reduce onto the carbon footprints what we are doing. We are procuring latest machines which are very energy efficient. We are monitoring our power factors on daily basis so that we don't lose anything on that particular part so that the consumption can be reduced. Wastewater treatment, talking about the e-waste management, all those things people are really working on. The other initiatives the organizations have really taken is that the elimination of use of polythene into our product deliveries. We are working on eco-friendly packing system so that that polythene bags which we really go along with our product should not be creating e-waste again for that tree, which is a heavy part of that part. So I think so all these initiatives, every organization, if you talk about the automotive industry, they are working on hydrogen fuel-based cars now. That is going to be a new thing. Hybrid cars is already in place. So all organizations, they are working with their tier 1, tier 2 partners also in the value chain. That not only the big OEMs really contribute to the carbon neutrality and all other things. The other value chain partners also should be upon to it. And I think so our company is working on a focus of 2030 to bring down the emissions by 50% or so. That is what is a target for our organization.
That's quite fascinating. If you can talk about your top focus areas and tech priorities over the next 3 to 5 years.
If we really talk about the tech areas, I think so we are really working on how we can make our production lines agile. We should be able to produce whatever new models are coming, because as of now, as I told you that we used to have repetitive manufacturing sort of things. We are working on complete safety parameters, think that the products which we produce has to be 100% safe, and the comfort which we want to give to our customers should be the top priority. We are putting a vision-based control system for complete quality checking part of it. We are using complete value chain traceability of the products, what we use, at what material went into which particular car. So in case of any issues coming up, those particular things. So adoption of Industry 4.0 is the biggest particular thing which we are working as of now. And we are converting all our machines to the latest technology so that we are able to integrate them with our IT system, get the benefit out of it. Working on the agile lines currently on that particular part, putting more into R&D of the things so that we are able to produce much flexible, better products which can really be beneficial to the country as well.
So, what are the best practices that you would recommend, for the aspiring CXOs when they start with the digital transformation journey in their organization?
I think so. Really, we have to be very focused onto the industry needs and the company needs as a focus point of it. That we really need to work along with the business team leaders now. What exactly are their pain points? How much we can get the things digitized or digitalized so that people are able to use technology in a better way, and all bondage jobs should be removed by the automation part of it, and we should be able to hit. As much as benefits using the automation, like I talked about the Industry 4.0 dashboardings, which we are using, integration of things, payment, predictive maintenance, and all other things would really help them only so that their plant efficiencies can be increased. And people really have to come out of their IT rooms and have to work hand in hand with the production team to bring the value, because keeping the lights on is not only the job of now IT. IT is more a strategy partner to the business to give them the value out of it. So other important part they have to work on is the cyber security things, because with more and more digitizations in place, cyber security is becoming a big threat to the organization. People have to really see that from the day one they are exploring the things on digital initiative and exposing their systems outside. They have to be very focused that every thing has been secure in the cyber threat thing, because if you are doing everything digital, any disruption in your things would really mean that the business continuity is lost and the business can lose the things. So I think that these are the important things which can be taken care by people to really give the benefit of that.
Well, sure.
So let me have a follow-up question here. As you mentioned earlier about the disruption by electric vehicles, do you think technology can play a role in making auto manufacturing businesses more resilient to disruption, whether it be from current macroeconomic factors or any other challenges they may face? Please share your thoughts.
The only thing I think so, I would say that technology disruption will keep on coming. And the way these non-technology guys, the technology guys have entered to the manufacturing has really opened the minds of all manufacturing, traditional manufacturing guys also, that they have to really start looking into the new technologies adoption as a much faster rate than anybody else has to look into it. Adoption of technologies in these companies have really grown, I think so, tenfolds, I would say, that everybody is now working on technology. And with the new advent of the new technologies, I think so, the autonomous cars we're talking about is going to be a big thing which is going to come up. The use of ADAS system, which is currently we are using in a passive mode, would become into an active mode. People are already working on technologies like vehicle to vehicle communication, vehicle to infrastructure communication, vehicle to people communication. Really working on like hydrogen field we talked about. I think we're going to change the things in a big way. No, I think so. With more technology coming in place, the user comfort and user security, the customer safety will also be a new thing which is going to happen, and people will be able to use that technology to have a better life. If I talk about, they will be able to predict which particular road has gotten that congestion. They will be in advance. They will be able to see. Today, they are able to see using Google Maps or other things, which they are. It will become a hazardous thing that people, while driving, they are using Google apps to see where exactly things. But with the advent of these new technologies, where the new infotainment system people are talking about, that you have to just speak, and the moment you speak out, it will be visually available on your screen, rather I should say, window pane itself. That everything will start visibly over there, so you don't have to be focusing on that mobile to get that particular part. It will be available. So all these things are going to contribute to the safety and user experience and that particular part. And technology is going to be adopted by all manufacturing units as they proceed with that.
Sure. So that was more like the outlook for the automotive industry. And the second thing which you were talking about, security. So everything now moving on to, because of the SaaS, to the cloud. Are you managing with the cloud security?
See, if you talk about the security, as I said in the starting also, that security is becoming a paramount thing which has to be taken care by every individual, because the bad characters are more smarter than us today. Then whatever we are doing, they are one step further ahead of it. I think so. For the security, everybody has to be very much aware what are the consequences of that particular part. Education to all the employees in the organization is going to be a major thing, that people should really understand what is the consequences of a small mistake by one person can lead to the complete disruption of the business. So I think so. Zero trust is one thing which we have to talk about. That it has not to be related to the sentiments of anybody. It has to be the organization as a goal that okay, zero trust has to be deployed whether he's a senior most person or he's a junior most person. Same behavior has to be adopted by people while using technology into it. There could be no exceptions for anybody when we talk about the security systems. And you have to be very vigilant, and 24/7 security monitoring has to be another important factor to be adopted by everybody.
So when it comes to application security, would you like to highlight any technology that you have already adopted in terms of the observability or monitoring from the security perspective?
What we are trying to do is that we are trying to getting onto the standard software as much as possible, because when we develop ourselves, we're not able to test those systems that much to the level of security which we expect for the business to run. So standardization of software will certainly lead to the data part, because when you talk about a standard software, it has to be checked and tested by the OEM for all security parameters, and even if some hole is left into that thing, that is being patched immediately, the particular thing being diagnosed. So standardization of the software usage will be there. When we are talking about any third-party software to be used, I think so we need to be very clear what all third-party software people who are developing. Are they using standard software? Are they using open source into their things? If they are using open source, how protected the softwares are? Because when somebody is using a open source, they don't really look into the security features. So I think so all those particular things somebody has to really take care on the security.
Sure. So thank you so much for sharing your valuable insights on the digital initiatives and the technologies reshaping the automotive industry and the outlook. It was a pleasure having you with us today.
Thank you, CXOTV and Kaustubh. Thank you.
Thank you to our viewers for tuning in. To watch more such interesting CXO conversations, please log on to www.CXOTVnews and follow us on social media for regular updates.
For more updates from CXO TV, please like and subscribe to our channel.